So that winter, I would spend my afternoons in the hospital. And then, like a little bit before dinner time, I would go over to the studio. We were recording a room. And sometimes late at night, I would end up at the Viper Room. I shouldn't say sometimes, I was always there. One night, she had a particularly hard day in the hospital. We had a particularly good day at the studio. And the Viper Room was always the Viper Room. Just to say that it was very good. And when we left that night, I went up to my friend Samantha and Tracy's house. We called their house Hillside Manor, though. It was just this little house, but it was on Hillside Street. I was there from about 2 until 4. And then I drove up Laurel Canyon to the little cottage I lived in. I couldn't sleep. So I got up out of bed and I started playing piano. And this song just wrote itself. It was
This is my favorite song.
done in a couple hours.
Yeah, this is my favorite.
It just really seemed like I already knew the melody and the chords before I played them. It was just a matter of figuring out how to play those chords on the piano. It's most I've ever felt a song write itself like that. Finished about 6 in the morning and went to bed for a little while. Went to the hospital the next day. Told my friend I'd written this incredible song. No. And then, And then on the way to the studio, I drove up to Geffen. They had this mansion on Sunset then. They moved into these corporate offices after that. But that mansion was really cool. And I went to find my A&R guy, who was actually a really good A&R guy. And he had a piano in his office. So I played him the song. And I knew when I played it for him, this is like the most perfect song I was ever gonna write. And that it would last forever. And I couldn't wait to play it for him because I felt really proud of it and I knew he'd be really proud of it. And then I was gonna go up to the studio and show it to the guys. So I played the song for him in his office, right in front of him. When it was over, he was really quiet for a second. And then he just looked at me and he said, Adam, I think it's really uncool if you put Hollywood in a song that much. And I looked at him and I said, You're probably the best A&R guy I'm ever gonna have. You actually legitimately are a great musician and you're a smart guy and I totally respect you. So with that in mind, please don't ever say anything so fucking stupid to me again. Because I don't want to lose all respect for you, and you're almost forcing me into that position right now, because that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard anyone say about a song. Now I'm going to go to the studio and we're going to record it, but please don't ever say anything like that to me again. I almost didn't want to tell that story. My manager was badgering me saying, you've got to tell that Long December story.
Great story!
But the truth of the matter is, there are a lot of people who suck at record companies. I mean, there are a lot of people. There's almost nobody who's got half a brain in their heads. But this guy was a great A&R guy, and a great producer, and a generally great guy. And even though I kind of love the story, I didn't want to tell it because I didn't want to disrespect him. But just for you tonight, I'm going to shit on it. Just remember that if we ever become friends, nothing is sacred.
Oh, right on.
I'll drop a deuce right on your memory from the stage with a microphone on it.
Oh, my God.
Anyways, I went up to the studio and I played it for the guys before dinner, and then I taught it to them after dinner, and we recorded it in about 6 takes, and the only overdub on it is one run through the background vocals and another run through the background vocals. There's something inevitable and perfect and easy about the song. I wrote it in a short amount of time, we played it in a short amount of time, we recorded it, and it's gonna last forever.
Yep. Woo! I love you, Heather.
A long December, and there's reason to believe maybe this year will be better than the last. Can't remember the last thing that you said, as you were leaving, but now the days go by so fast. And it's one more day up in the canyon, and it's one more night in Hollywood. If you think that I could be forgiven, wish you would. Na, 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 yeah. Still love hospitals in winter, and the feeling that it is all a lot of oysters, all but no pearls. And all at once, you look across the crowded room to see the way that light attaches to a girl. Is one more day up in the canyons. Come on, Dan. It's one more night in Hollywood. You think that you might come to California? Think you should. Na 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 yeah. Well, I drove up to Hillside Manor sometime after 2 a.m. And we talked a little while about the year. Yes, the winter makes you laugh a little slower, makes you talk a little lower about the things you could not show her. And it's been a long December, and there is reason to believe that maybe this year will be better than the last. I can't remember all the times I've tried to tell myself to hold on to these moments as they pass. And it's one more day up in the canyon. And it's one more night in Hollywood. And it's been so long since I have seen the ocean. It's been so long since I have seen the ocean. Oh, it's been so long since I have seen the ocean.